Hey guys, Tom here for the Velocity YouTube channel. Welcome back to the showroom. Today we're going to be walking around this absolutely immaculate 69 K10 Restomod built by the team here. Can't wait to show you around it. Okay, as always, big disclaimer. Mac, put something on the screen. This one is sold. This is a customer vehicle going home. It has a couple of really cool custom features on it that we're going to talk about, but this one is sold. We do still have some K10 slots left for this year, so if you wanted to build a K10 like this, you could, but this one is sold. We're just showing you as it's a really cool example of what we do. Let's start with the paint color on this one, and for those who've watched the channel before, you know what this color is already. It is, of course, Seafoam Metallic or Seafoam Green. The name of the color is a little bit confusing because it's not really green, it's more like a blue. It's close to a Brittany blue, but with a little bit more of a green undertone in it. And what comes out is this really nice, light, sort of sea breezy kind of sea foam metallic color. It looks really nice when contrasted to either Wimbledon white or a frost white in the case of a GM truck, which is this center color here. Seafoam, it is a metallic, so it does have that real deep metallic fleck in it when you get up close. And this is one of those colors that just everybody loves. When you see this color in person and then when you see it out on the road under the sun in natural light, it just looks fantastic. Come around the front of this truck then, you're going to see this grille setup. This is the standard grille setup that we use on this generation of K10 and K5. So this is what you would see with a Chevy truck from Velocity. I like to call it the cheese grater grille. Of course, there are a lot of different grille styles for this generation. The later ones had a slightly different grille, but this is the grille that we use. Somebody the other day told me that this isn't a Chevy ribbon, it is a Chevy Mac?
Bow tie.
Bow tie, there we go, it's a bow tie. Sorry, you'll have to excuse me for being English, but you will notice that we do have the bow tie here as well. It is in that contrast blue because of it being the Chevy bow tie. You don't really want to change it from either this original color or, of course, that yellow that you see on the modern trucks. That's what we've got. These headlights here, they look like old school factory headlights, but they are, in fact, LEDs. They're by Holley. They're a product called their RetroBright headlight, and they're really cool. Why? Because they operate like a modern headlight. They're reliable like a modern headlight. They're super bright, but they have this really cool old school look, hence the name, which is awesome. The lower trim is all chromes. This is all polished lower bumper. One little detail that you can't immediately see, but is there, is that two-tone color comes around the front of the truck. It's very subtle. It's just in this panel here between the bumper and the grille, just to give a bit more of that two-tonality. But this is the front end of a truck. All right, next up, we're going to walk down the side of the truck so you can see all the little details. Now, this is a Heritage Series model, Heritage Series K10. Our base level is a Signature Series. The next step up from that is a Heritage Series. And when you go to a Heritage Series, you get lots of cool upgrades. Most of them are visible here on the side of the truck. So the two-tone paint is going to be one of those upgrades. The trim itself and the way the color is split up across the truck, that's also a Heritage option. The wheels, the billet parts, all of these things come together just to give it that next level up. And then the interior is very different. Now, if you've been on our configure on the website, you can go and see what some of those changes are. If you haven't been there before, we'll put a link somewhere in the description. Go check it out, because there's lots of different ways you can actually make these trucks look. Even if you did the same colors, you can change the trim around and make them look really different. But this is a Heritage Series. We'll start with the wheels. These wheels, they're a polished KMC wheel. They're a really nice wheel, multi-spoke design. This is something that we kind of began to offer, and this year we're offering even more choices of wheel. We've been limited really on wheels. We've had 3 or 4 different options, but more people are asking us, hey, can I get something that's a bit more spoke? So this is something that's not super aggressive, but it's not like a Vossen wheel or anything like that, which we've done Vossens on K5s and K10s before. But the KMC, this configuration, it just looks very classic, but it has that spoke design, which is nice. Now on this, we do have a mud terrain tire. It's more aggressive. It's a BFGoodrich 35-inch mud terrain. These do look really good. There's no doubt about it. On this truck, they just look nice. They fit the wheel arch really well. You do sacrifice a little bit of that driving capability, if I'm honest, when you go to a mud terrain. But the truth is that if you were going to try and actually drive this thing on a track, you wouldn't want to be on any all-terrain tire, right? Could this thing go on the track? Of course it could. We'll talk about that later on, the chassis and things. But from a purely visual perspective, the mud terrains look great. And if you did want to off-road this truck, it does still have its transfer case. You could go and off-road it, and then at that point, the mud terrains would be great. So those are the tire configuration. Let's talk about the trim really quickly, because this is something that's a bit unique to this particular truck. Normally on a K5 or a K10 of this generation, there is wood grain. That wood grain typically tends to be a dark walnut or a black, kind of really dark color. On this one, because we did the seafoam color, we gave the customer a couple more options, and we ended up going for this like really light, almost teak finish, which looks great in this color combination, especially with this frost white in the middle. I really like that. It's all the way around the truck, which is cool. Mentioned a second ago, billet components. You do have Velocity billet side mirrors and Velocity billet door handles. These look great, but they're also more functional. The side mirror has much less vibration, more visibility out of it. And the door handle itself, the mechanism is just so much more satisfying to use than the OEM. It's also just firmer, it's built better, it's longer lasting, all that good stuff. So now we're around the rear of the truck, the back end, the tailgate, and you'll see the wood paneling that I just mentioned, that continues all the way through. It looks fantastic here. A couple of other things to point out at the back of the vehicle. You do have LED tail lights and turn signal lights, of course, and you do have some extra billet. The main thing here is going to be this tailgate handle with integrated backup camera. So when you go to a Heritage Series or a Street Series vehicle with Velocity, you get some more technology. One of those things, as standard, is going to be a backup camera, and that's where it sits. This is all one piece connected. It's really cool. Typically, when you see backup cameras on Restomods, they're going to be hung underneath the license plate or in between the bumper here. What does that mean? Well, it doesn't not work, but it doesn't give you quite the same level of visibility as getting something up a little bit higher off the ground. So that's why we integrate it there, and it just looks really, really cool. I'm going to lower the bed down so you can see the back. And you'll notice the sides of the bed here have been finished in that metallic, but the actual bed itself, we Raptor line. So really hard wearing product Raptor here. It's actually on the underside of the entire vehicle, and we tinted it in as close as you can get to Seafoam as possible. You can't tint metallic into the Raptor. Obviously there wouldn't be any flakes or anything, it wouldn't work. But the color match itself has done really, really well. So it just makes it look all really clean, but does give you the protection for the bed if you do want to use it. Other thing to notice, of course, is where you fill up the fuel. The gas tank access is actually going to be in the bed as well. So it's not on the side of the truck, it's going to be at the back here. Next, we're going to go through the interior, and this one has a really cool light blue matching interior. It has got a slight contrast to the exterior. Why? Because you don't want the whole thing to become a big seafoam blob. You do want a little bit of tonality, but it's finished in this amazing octane, it's called leather, and it looks really, really nice. We'll start with this door panel here, this door card. This is all custom made by Velocity, so this is not an OEM style door card or door panel. It's inspired, of course, by classic paneling, the original, but it just has some different details, including this sort of pseudo armrest here, which is also your door handle. This is the actual release here that's finished in billet. You've got a billet window regulator. It looks manual, but of course it's electronic. That's really cool. Speaker pod in here. I think this is my favorite bit. A lot of people look at those and say, hey, that's actually a really nice detail. Velocity logo there and the speaker behind it, but flush mounted. And then this wood paneling too that matches the exterior. So all of that comes together to look fantastic. I'm going to jump in the vehicle. Getting in the truck is easy. Why? Because we have the powered side step that comes up and down when you open and close the door, which is super nice. I think we've got used to that in the modern age of big trucks, but you got to remember back in the day, these trucks didn't sit quite as high as this, but also they didn't really have those, so they were just climbing in them, made a lot easier by that. Now, I have to say, other than the smell, seating position in here is fantastic. So it looks good, it smells good, and it actually feels good. This bench, even though it is a low back bench, is extremely comfortable. You do have in front of you a beautiful Spark Industries billet steering wheel. Of course, you've got the Velocity Flying V logo as well in the horn button. This whole thing is like a little piece of jewelry. It's a work of art, leather matched and wrapped as well to the rest of the interior, which is great. Steering column itself is adjustable, so that's really good. And the adjustability gives you a little bit more space. If you are somebody that's taller, you could lift that up higher there. Behind that is a brand new Dakota digital instrument cluster, and you'll see there's little screens, and those screens give you more information than you would have typically had. Final thing from the view here on your side is going to be this light switch. Always talk about this. The most satisfying thing on an old school truck, quite honestly, well, two things in my opinion. First is not a push button start, so you get to actually hold and turn the key. That's very satisfying. Second thing is going to be the light switch. Now, you don't really need to touch that on a Velocity vehicle because they are all automatic. So when it gets dark, they will just come on. But if you want to, you can, and it's very satisfying to do it. Now you're around the other side of the vehicle, get a better look at this bench seat. It is a full-size bench, and so you do also have a third seat belt in the middle. If you had a little one with you, somebody could sit in between two adults here, and if you really wanted to squeeze in, three adults could for a short period of time. So that's no problem. The seat design itself, we talked about the lumbar support and things, but take a look at the stitch pattern. This is what we call our links or wingback. There's a couple of different names that we've had for it over the years, but basically this is the Heritage Series Chevy style stitch pattern that you get with an additional added woven woven interior in here. So this is a woven insert. It's really nice. So it looks very classic, but you've got a little bit of kind of elegance, decadence here in that weave, which is just fantastic. It just gives a little bit of extra presence to the interior. Another thing that I don't talk about enough in these videos that is super clean on this truck and all Velocity trucks is going to be the carpet. If you look lower, you will see, it has a matching contrast carpet, which is super, super cool. But also it's the fit and the finish of the carpet. These are German square weave handmade carpets in-house for this truck. They are not mass produced and just dropped in. They are all made here, and it is hard to get the level of finish that you see here. It's not actually as easy as you think. Looking up above that, Tom, is it a manual truck? What are those sticks? Well, no, it's 10-speed automatic. We'll get onto that later. Controlled by here, like an old school truck. But these are going to be for your transfer case. So I mentioned that earlier. You do still have a transfer case, high-low range, four-wheel drive, two-wheel drive, all of that selection, and that's controlled here. You do, of course, have a shift boot as well in that matching octane leather. Up above that, let's talk about the technology in this truck, the infotainment, the creature comforts, and there is some, but they're not many. We don't want to over-modernize the truck. You do have an Apple CarPlay head unit that is also hooked up to the rear view camera, like we talked about earlier, and it's hooked into a Focal speaker system, super high quality speaker system. There is a sub underneath behind me down here, and then there are speakers in the doors as well as speakers in the kick panels, and that speaker system sounds absolutely amazing. Up above that, from the Apple CarPlay unit, you have the AC controls. Very simple, vintage air, brand new system, very powerful, works great in an enclosed cabin vehicle like this. 3 knobs, one controls your fan speed, one controls your direction, and one controls your temperature. They work great, they're simple, they don't need to be overcomplicated. Again, notice the wood that is across this dash, that matches the ones that are in the door panel, and of course on the trim on the outside of the truck. You have a matching leather dash pad as well. And then if we look up above, because it's a full-size truck, enclosed, you do get sun visors as well. No headliner in this one, just like a Chevy used to be. C10, K10 from Velocity, you will not see a leather headliner. It is all painted in that Seafoam Metallic. It looks fantastic. All right, so let's talk about what actually makes this truck move and tick. We've gone through all of the exterior and interior, all of those aesthetic options, but let's talk about the technical options. Now, again, those of you who've seen K5 or K10 videos of us before will probably know what this engine is. It is an LT1, it's a 6.2 litre V8. But you spotted something different on the top of that engine, and that's right, this is a Whipple supercharged version. So for this year, we started to add on a few of our models a 3-litre Whipple option, both on Ford and Chevy products, as something that people want. We don't do it on all the models, we don't do it on a Bronco, because there's no reason that a Bronco needs over 500 horsepower. But in a bigger truck like this, and of course in a Mustang, it is something that people have asked for and that is viable for us to do. And so that's why you see it here. On the LT1, this takes it up to around 600 horsepower. Of course, you can do all sorts of tuning and things like that when you do go with a Whipple, the supercharger on this. But that's kind of where this sits. It's a sweet spot. If you start going up much above that, you get to a point where it's just unusable. So that's kind of where the customer wanted us to be. This customer in particular, he's got a lot of performance cars. This was definitely something that he wanted to do. And of course, it looks really cool in the engine bay too. The rest of this setup is exactly what you would expect on a Velocity K10. So behind the engine, there is a 10L80 automatic transmission. That's all good. Same thing as this engine. It is brand new from GM. It is a crate engine. It's not repurposed from a crashed vehicle. There are Wilwood disc brakes all round. It's a hydro boosted system. So you've got all of that stopping power as well as the going power. Finally, underneath the vehicle is a full 4-link coilover chassis by the guys, of course, at Roadster Shop. So this truck handles really well. These K10s, the way they sit up, the length of them, the wheelbase, it just makes for a really nice driving truck, especially at highway speeds. They're more maneuverable than you would think. And long are the days gone of feeling like you are floating around on a boat like these original trucks drove. No, these are nice and tight. They drive really, really good. I love these trucks. Honestly, the thing that probably takes away from the driving experience overall on this truck, if anything, is going to be those tires. We mentioned the 35-inch tires earlier. They are sort of a more mud style tire, but they also look really cool. So you start getting into this position where you have to kind of take trade-offs, and that was maybe one of the trade-offs, right? But other than that, this thing is kitted out, ready to go at highway speeds, super, super usable. I don't know what more I can say really about this K10. If you've got any more questions, you can give us a call. The number and the link to the website will be down below, or you can leave a comment on YouTube, of course. Any questions, just get in touch, and I'll see you on the next one.